All right, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies you aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body, and we're naturally alive, man. I want to get into this, man, because I've been actually been waiting to do this, but today's the 28th, so it's perfectly fit to do this, man. Because I don't know it, and it just goes to show you, like the importance of the gospel, the testimony, man, and how like, listen, man, how Shah really comes in the volume of the book, man, and in the new covenant, all that stuff, man. Because honestly, like the brother Akawar say, and I say it all the time, shout out to brother Akawar, Elijah, Kwame Call, and the brother sent me a firstborn, man, because like you really had to read this through the Most High Shah's, you know, viewpoint, man, and also because that's how like our faith gets increased, man. Believing on Him as the Scriptures say, like the Most High Yahweh, as the Scriptures say, man. The gospel testimony, but and also too, man, like just a recurring theme, like it's a word that I'm thinking about, man. But it's always like that, like this word and like life, man. It's just like a recurring theme, but it's the same spirit, like same intention, same spirit. Um, but it's just different. Whether it's righteously or wickedly, or just different. You know, people in it, different people or parties or demographics or time periods in it, man. So I just want to get into this too, man, because honestly, man, like kind of, no, this might be, it's not really going into that like the move. It's crazy because it's a backstory. Actually, I just left a school show for my mom because she's a teacher, and I just saw my little cousin, and I saw my aunt. She works at the school, and she was singing one of the songs. If y'all saw a recent Mufasa movie, the brother song, and if y'all seen the Mufasa movie recently, the brother song, and I like that song too. It was a good real song in that. But my point is that this is not going to be necessarily going into the Lion King again, reviewing it again. But I just want to go into how Yahusha comes in, him being the lion, like how that comes in the volume of the book, man. Because it's it's just like this. We're gonna go into like this, man, because uh just like Moses, during the time Moses in Egypt, and I think we talked about this on another video, how the pretty much like the brother Akawar said, the with Moses, his serpent, the Most High Yahushua's serpent with Moses, when Moses and Aaron, their serpent eating up Pharaoh's serpent represented the ways of Most High. I mean, the Most High Yahushua is higher than the ways of the world. Pretty much, like Corinthians says, it's foolishness. Pretty much, the ways of the world is foolishness to the Most High, man. And that's just what it is. That's what it was really representing, man. But also too, man. Now we gonna get into this with lion, man. It's like lion versus lion, kind of like the Lion King, actually perfectly, Mufasa and Simba being like that righteously Most High Yahushua, and Scar being like Satan, and the son of Belial, man, worthless, man, because that's what Scar name means. It means worthless. So look at it in this aspect, versus lion, just like it was during the time of when we was in Egypt and Exodus, the serpent versus the Most High Yahushua, Moses serpent versus Pharaoh serpent. It's the same thing here, and we're gonna see it right real quick, man, because we're gonna get into this real quick. But let's get this. Let's get this from Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1. It says, "The wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous is bold as a lion." So exactly, man. So the righteous is bold as a lion. You know that Genesis 49, goes into that, and that's why you had David having the one Yahushua overcoming sin and death, and his boldness. That's why even wasn't Solomon in First John says the righteous will have boldness in that day when the Most High Yahushua comes back in that day of judgment, and Hebrew says come to throne boldly, or I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. But it says the wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. So yeah, and that lines up with yeah, man. Let's go Matthew chapter 4 and 7 real quick, man, because there's actually you know what? Let's go to James real quick, man. Actually, before that, yeah, you know what? Let's go James 4, then go to Matthew real quick. Because when this is, let's grab James real quick. James chapter 4 verse 7. It says, submit yourselves submit yourself therefore to Yahweh, and resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Exactly. So yeah, and that goes into, that lines up with Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4 too. But also too, that resist goes into the shout out to brother send me firstborn. That goes into pretty much facing, if because he on a class a few weeks ago, I think he read it in the he went into what that word meant in the Hebrew, and then pretty much resist. I wish I could look it up on my phone, but or look it up in that verse, man. But I'm not really good with blue letter, man. But yeah, that word resist goes into, like, pretty much face Satan head on, to, like, to his face, man. Like, face to face, like, pretty much deal with Satan like that, man. But it says submit yourself therefore unto Yahweh, and resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So yeah, man. So yeah, and that's it is what it is. And Yahushua did that. Matthew chapter 4 verse 10. It says that then because he headed him face to face. He denied him from because all Satan do, man, he just tempts you with what you want to do, man. Like, it's your own desires, man. He just comes to, like, he's a smoky type, man. He's just like the misery love company type. He's the worst type of person to be around, man. Because, like, all that you want to do, he'll just tempt you with it to do it. Then say, oh, I didn't tell you to do it. Like, like the brother sent me first one say, he's the type, like, pretty much misery loves company, man. Like, he know where he's going. Like, his eternal judgment is he's taking everybody else with him, man. He's that, like, guy, like the brother sent me first one said. Like, he snitched on everybody. Now he's in the same cell as them. That's it, man. He's a smoky type. He's the one that said, well, I didn't tell you to do it. So, like, I'm gonna tempt you with it, but I didn't tell you to do it. He's that type. But you know what you was doing, pretty much, because you got me at a low estate. Just like Friday, just like Smokey type, because when Smokey did the Craig, like, he got him when he got fired at a low estate. So, and he knew what he was doing. It was that type, man. So, yeah, man. It's just, and like pretty much like DMX on Damien, man. That's perfect. That's how actually Satan comes at people. Kind of not how like, because how Satan came at people, like, in the ancient world, and even, like, or how he usually comes at people is kind of not like, now with what people saying with those quote unquote, like, people on the left hand side, the Kemetic Babylon missile school system, the occult world, like, the quote unquote Illuminati. Like, yeah, it's the same part that, yeah, he is. He's a big part of that because they worship him. But also too, that's just the wickedness in the hearts of men too. But that's neither here nor there. But let's get back to this. Matthew chapter 4 verse 10. It says, then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him thou shalt serve. Him only thou shalt serve. So yeah, man, Satan, that's what Yahushua did to Satan, man. Also sin and death, and also Satan, man. Like, he had it, like, he resisted him face on, and that resistance pretty much deal with him face on. What Yahushua did here, deal with it, like, know what? Get things behind me, Satan. I might deal with you. Also too, Zechariah. Let's get this Zechariah real quick, man. This the second Yahushua, or second Joshua. Well, yeah, because technically Yahushua's will be, because I forget about this Joshua too. But let's grab this Zechariah chapter what you call him, 3 verse 1, and showed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing on his right hand to resist him. Verse 2, it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, the Lord rebuked thee, O Satan, or O Hashatan, even the Lord that hath chosen Jerusalem rebuke thee. Rebuke thee. I'm sorry. It is not this is a brand plucked out of the fire. So yeah, exactly, man. So this is, you see here, even Michael did that. Like, even Michael, the angel in Judah, says he did that, man. So that's what it is to mean to resist the devil, man. Pretty much, like, deal with him face on, like, tell him, get thee hence behind me, saying, get out of here. So yeah, let's grab this again. Matthew chapter 4 verse 10. It says, then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only thou shalt serve. So yeah, man. So yeah, so this is like, let's go to Revelation real quick, man, because I can get other places, but since Revelation is a little closer, because I can get I'll get Revelation chapter real quick, Revelation 5 and verse 5. It says, and one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, had prevailed over sin and death, even Satan in this context, since we talking about, and open the book and loose the 7 seals thereof. So see, exactly, man. So let's go First Peter chapter 5 and 8, man, because we're gonna look at it in this aspect. Because since the Lion of Judah, the Lion overcame, he overcame the other lion. Let's grab this. First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. It says, and be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about to see whom he may devour. Exactly. But see, walking like Yahushua walked, walking with the Most High Yahushua, he keeping the faith, and in them, and living according to the promise and the obedience and the keeping of his instructions, law, statutes, commandments. You can overcome that, man. Can overcome that Satan, man. Because the Most High Yahushua did as well, but also two other stronger people around you in the faith as well, man. Because I was looking at this Acts 18 earlier today, man, with Priscilla and Aquila, man. When they saw I'm forgetting Acts 18. When they saw him, they showed him more of the way of the Most High Yahushua. This in Acts 18, pretty much, man. But pretty much getting under people that's stronger in the faith, man. Because too, this too. Even when you're around people that's better, you're eventually gonna get better, man. Because you know what? That's why the scriptures say, Sirach says, be constantly with godly men, man. Be constantly with righteous people. Because you know what? Even even say somebody, if you're a rapper, if you're an MC, if you hanging around, working, following around and doing studio sessions, ciphering or battling, even though they don't really do that no more, but some they do, battling with other better rappers than you, or better MCs than you, then you're eventually gonna get nice, and eventually gonna get better. Even say if you're a comedian, man, when you're hanging around better comedians or funnier comics, your stuff is going to get better, man. Learning under their wing, you're eventually going to get better. Same thing as a athlete, best, one of the best, you see Patrick Mahomes sat and wait for a year. Aaron Rodgers sat and wait. There's a lot of times too when you sit back and wait and wait for your time and you're under people that are better than you, or not. Sometimes not aspects, some of them are better than the successors. They're better than the people that they replace. But in this context, when you send wait under people, around people that are stronger in the faith than you, your faith is eventually going to be increased, man. Also to pray to the Most High Yahushua that your faith gets increased. So yeah, man, that's is what it is. But also too, let's get this First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. So let's go to Exodus 7 and 10 real quick, man. Because look, just the Most High Yahushua's serpent overcame Pharaoh's serpent, and just the lion, the line of Most High Yahushua being Yahushua overcame the other lion being Satan, man. That's what it's all the same type of deal here, man. Let's get Exodus chapter 7 verse 10. It says, and also too with that too, going to we were talking about yesterday, don't compare your faith to other people's faith as well, man. Be happy with the measure that the Most High Yahushua gave you, as well too. But also too, man. But that's why Yahushua said what did he say to Peter? Build, strengthen your brethren. Jude says, listen, build each other up in the faith. So Exodus chapter 7 verse 10, it says, and Moses and Aaron went up to Pharaoh, and as did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, before his servants, and it became a serpent. And we know after that, this pretty much represents the ways. Let's just get it real quick, man. And also too, just like that, it's just like the lion versus, it's like the Lion King, man. Yahushua lion will overcome sin and death, in Satan. So the other lion, which being Satan, which is Scar type. So it's kind of the same thing, because this too. Satan is that. He is that Scar type. He is, because he doesn't fight fair. He the type of nigga to sneak you. He said, like, just like, Scar did at the end of y'all seen the original Lion King, we put dirt in Simba's eyes and things of that nature, or how he even killed Mufasa. Even if you've seen the Mufasa movie, like, there's multiple times, like, who Scar was, man. Like, like, because one, the nigga ran on his own mom, like, that's just crazy. Like, even then, somebody else I could kind of see up a band, bro. Like, those I seen a movie, you ran on your own moms, like, that's insane. But, and if y'all seen the movie, that wasn't the first time. Like, it goes into their origin story, the backstory. That wasn't, like, even the original Lion King, that wasn't the first time he lined Mufasa up, man. Like, so Scar's like that's the Saul type, the Cain type, the Esau type, man. But it's just because he even won. He was. I ain't gonna go into that with the movie because I'll be going into the. I mean, I guess I put this as a Lion King revisited because that was implanted, like from Scar's father, like to be envious of Mufasa was one that was always in him probably to do, but it was implanted by his father to do that, man. But that's no story for another. That's something for the movie channel that I have. But I don't want to waste your time. I'm sorry, but let me just grab this real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 19. Because, this is what the Moses serpent, this is the whole Moses and Pharaoh thing represented, the serpent. Because then the Most High, shall say, listen, be wise as serpents, like harmless as dove, wise as serpents. So, the wisdom of the Most High shall trumps the wisdom of the world, which was Pharaoh. Like, which is, and also, too, what was Pharaoh doing? Enchantments, witchcrafts. And also, too, like First Samuel says, witchcraft is as rebellion. So, like, and that's what it is, too. Like, witchcraft isn't always just, like, just, magic or enchantments or like sorcery things, and this is also to rebellion. It's like those things are just like offshoots of just rebellions against like against the Most High Yahushua, man, because that's what it says there in Revelation. So man, that's is what it is. But let's grab that First Corinthians chapter 3 verse 19. It says, "For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with Yahweh, for it is written, he that taketh the wise in their own craftiness." So this is what it is, man. So man. So that's just is what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying. I've actually been sitting on this video for a minute for y'all, man. So like so hopefully most of y'all is blessing your day, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters, man. So man. So peace.